Hello, everyone, and welcome to what has finally become a bit more of a staple in the streaming department here for Red Zone. We've got the Multicast, Red Zone on Red Zone, basically. uh, is Randy still in the booth? Randy is not in the booth. He decided to leave. He was chilling in here for a bit. I didn't know if he was going to stay in like last time. But we have more than likely 4 hours of commercial-free football on tap for you. As right now, Detroit and New England is the only game going on. They're currently 7-7 coming out of the first half. But we should see the Ravens and the Bengals anytime soon. Just waiting on Fu to come back. That'll more than likely be whenever he decides to actually release waivers as well. We will be seeing within more than likely around time that this game finishes, we should be seeing about 3 games go live. The Buccaneers and the Browns, the Falcons and the Rams, and the Saints and the Vikings are all slated to go live right around 8 p.m. Central, 8 to 9 Central Time, right in that window. Steelers and Dolphins are also scheduled to go around 9 Central Time. And, well, if you read the caption, you've already seen that the Jets and the Bears have costed, and they will be playing tomorrow. As 4th and 22, we're going to see a field goal attempt. This one's good. I'm not sure if that's still Folk. But that kick is good, making this a 10-7 game. Now, New England probably has... This is a weird game. New England having the Detroit Lions' luck this entire year. They're a one-win team that very well should probably have at least 3 wins, if not maybe 4. Got one stolen by the Jets, should have had the upset. Got one stolen by, oh my goodness, I am forgetting it. Whoever they played last week, they sold that one as well. I will look that up just quickly as Goff looking down the middle of the field. Kyle! I don't know who the hell you are, but what a play! Numero uno, going deep. Who's this Kyle kid? I believe that is a draft pick, but I don't know who they drafted there. But Goff now give to Williams, and ooh, we have an injury timeout. Judon down hurt after the 9-yard run by Williams. Big free agency acquisition from a couple of years ago. Really hate to lose him coming off the edge. Deandre Swift, the hero of 2 weeks ago, actually. They were on a bye week this past week. And that is a former draft pick 13, Enrique Kyle, out of Michigan, getting that big play a few plays ago. Yeah, on a bye week last week, the Lions coming off of that miracle overtime victory against the Giants when the Giants broke about half the rule book and slew to a loss. As dumps this off for Kyle, who's going to get to near the red zone. And had Judon with a concussion. Going to be out for the game under concussion protocol. Definitely not a good sign for these New England Patriots. But yeah, Swift had 97 yards receiving as well as 93 yards rushing, just 8 attempts. Only had the one touchdown, but it was the biggest touchdown as it was the one that won it in overtime. So Swift is in. I think we're back live. We are back live. I don't know if the stream caught this, but toss sweep to Deandre Swift goes for the touchdown. Had a bit of an encoding error over there. Sorry, I almost said OBJ. OBS decided to shit the bed on me. There's OBJ shitting on people. Sounds like just about everyone that took him in fantasy this year. As he has completely laid an egg. Now, more than likely for this time slot, we are only going to have Detroit and New England. Shouldn't see any of the other games going live until right about this time this game is over. Hopefully not having to fill dead air on my own. Because I don't want to stop the stream and have to restart the stream as Damien Harris up the middle for a nice first down run. Almost gets the first, actually. I thought they were going to give it to him. Looked like he was short by about an inch per the refs. Maybe the refs would start getting more spots right if they were actually on the field. Yeah, the amount of close games that New England has lost this year, they have lost just about every game recently, aside from the one win to the Bears by little to no points. They lost to the Ravens by a touchdown last week. 2 weeks ago, lost to the Jets by 5. Not the week before the Jets, but the week before the Jets, they did beat the Bears like a drum. And the week before that, lose by 14 to the Packers. Week before that, lose by 6 to the Bills in overtime off of a pick 6 by Mac Jones in field goal range when all they needed was a field goal. A third down pick 6 at that. As Mac has a man, he's not going to throw it to him. He's going to almost hit a guy that was covered. I don't know why he didn't just throw the underneath route. Would have been a first down. But tries to force it deeper to QT. And QT with a case of the dropsies. But before that overtime loss to the Bills, you lose by 6 to the Vikings. And then you lose by 20 to the Jaguars. That was a pretty one-sided affair. So aside from that game, so the Jaguars and the Packers are the only team that have beaten them by more than 7 points this year, as the Ravens did beat them by 7, but everyone else, 5 points by the Jets, and then 2 losses by 6 points to both the Bills and the Vikings. So, easily could be right there. That's 4 games that could have swung the other way. Could be 5-2 right now if you're New England. So, I mean, hope is definitely there. It's just you gotta hold on for 4 quarters. Now a big third down here. Drop back. Looks like it's 0. It is. It might have been 1, actually, but Kendrick Bourne, that was 1. There was 1 robber, but the deep side safety was on the other side, so Kendrick Bourne's able to get open behind the robber and get up across midfield. And, oof, no running room there for James White. Maybe got 2 yards on the counter play, but that was a hard fought 2 yards because he turned for a hole and there was no hole. So 2nd and 8, Jones is barely gonna get this play off. And he's going to fire this one deep for QT, overthrown, and it's a good thing it was, because if that was not overthrown, that was going to be intercepted. Probably shouldn't have tried to force that one deep. I mean, there was double covered. It would cover like a blanket. That's going to set him up in 3rd and long again. Now, they did convert on 3rd and 8 earlier in the drive. But nothing's certain here. I don't know. I wouldn't hold my breath. They're down, force, incomplete. Lucky again that wasn't intercepted. That could very well have been 6 points the other way. Detroit looking at an 11-point lead. Instead, they're going to get away with just having to punt this football away. We're not going to see a punt. We're going to see a 63-yard field goal attempt. Kick is away. He got all of it. He hit that. From 63. Okay. I am sorry that I doubted you, Nick Folk. You have one hell of a leg. Don't know why you couldn't hit from 56 in the rain earlier. Just saying. Actually, I need to check my sources. Is Nick Folk still the quarterback? I sure fucking hope he's not the quarterback. And it's not Nick Folk. It is Quinn Nordin with a 95 kick power. So 95 kick power, I'm assuming he got some wind behind him. But 95 kick power hits from 63. Everyone be warned when you're playing the New England Patriots. As soon as they hit the midfield logo, they're in field goal range. Like playing Justin Tucker. And overthrown there. A classic Jared Goff moment. Throws it at a guy, overthrows the guy, and he's probably lucky that he overthrew the guy. Definitely not Goff's best throw, as he's going to come up 2nd and 10. Kind of surprised he didn't take the more underneath route. I know the user was there, but the user was pretty deep. And again, just throws it dead at the user this time, but Hawkinson's able to catch it pretty easily. I don't know why the user took that angle. Like, the user sees that he's the only guy that's going to be going in his direction. Why are you shuffling away? Makes 0 sense. And 1st down, Swift up the middle. He's got one man to beat. He's not going to beat the safety. Jones able to bring him down, but not before he gets to the 30-yard line. Nice run there by Deandre Swift as the Red Sea just parts easily for him. We're going to see a fake. He had the running back. Instead, he forces it to... This really isn't a force, but he throws it to Christian Kirk, who is very far out of bounds. But my goodness, the user wasn't there. The running back streaking up the seam. What are you doing? That's a touchdown, man. So 2nd and 10 now. And it's going to be a draw play. And nobody was fooled on that draw play. Williams maybe got the 2 yards that Christian Kirk lost off of the dump off. And that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 14-13 your score. So 3rd and 10 from the 33, 5 wide here for Jared Goff, who drops back, forces it to Williams, and it's incomplete. The sad thing is, I like the quick throw, but he has Hawkinson up the right side. I think he thought that that was cover 3. Newsflash, it was not, so now you're going to have to hit a 50-yard field goal. Siebert's kick up, and it is good. So 17-13, Detroit answers field goal with field goal. And update from the Falcons and the Rams. They should be going live in about an hour. I believe that will be the next game on tap here. Unless the Ravens and the Bengals decide to play sometime soon. Kind of just waiting on Fu. What else is new? 1st and 10 as Mac Jones tries to make this 2-minute drill. And drops back, dumps it off to James White, who tries to cut upfield, but is chopped down. And, oh, Hunter Henry, muscle cramps. Gonna be out for a couple of plays. More than likely, go ahead, just take it into the... Well, they're actually going to send him back out, but you'd more than likely, this close to half, want to go ahead, send him in, give him a little massage, give him some pickle juice, try and get that relaxed out. He's got the tight end. He does see Hunter Henry over the middle, who's going to get inside the 40 to the 32-yard line. So nice pitch and catch. They said, fuck a cramp, you're going to go out there and you're going to catch a big pass to get us at least into field goal range to respond to that field goal. And put this back at a one-score game, worst case scenario. Drop back, he's got the crosser, throws it a little late and it's covered. Ugh. I was looking for Kiki QT coming out of the slot, but that falls incomplete. Good coverage by the Lions. And honestly, why don't you just go ahead and send Hunter Henry into the tunnel? I mean, you have Jonnu Smith, so it's not like you don't have another tight end behind him. Now, 2nd and 10, a minute 10 left on the clock, and New England has 2 timeouts. And overthrown. What a pass. What a beautiful ball, as Murphy Bunting is going to just get the freest pick of his life. Classic Detroit Lions going in, picking up Tom Brady, former Tom Brady defenders. And, I mean, just the freest interception of his life, and now Detroit is got 3 timeouts and a minute 1 left to go down and score points. So field goal will make this a 7-point game. Obviously, they're going to want a touchdown. But Jared Goff is going to Jared Goff, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a possible miscue. He's not going to make that miscue here as he finds Kyle out of the slot up the seam. See, if you're going to try and hit that seam on cover 4, what you got to do is you got to send everyone else deep. Otherwise, none of the deep safety, none of the deep zones are going to be caught. Sends everyone deep, nobody gets fooled, and, well, Mac Jones just completely sails the pass. So now here we go, 1st and 10. Interesting that we're not seeing any timeouts. Oh, oof. A classic Jared Goff pass there. Went about 2 inches as it falls incomplete thanks to the hit. So now 2nd and a long 10. 24 seconds, ball on the 28. All 3 timeouts for Detroit. Goff gonna hand this off to Deandre Swift, who doesn't really get a whole lot. Detroit calling a timeout now. I don't know what MCDC is doing right there. I don't know why you let all that clock run to, on 2nd down, call a run play. So you just kind of wasted a timeout, because if you get a 1st down now, you're only going to have 2 timeouts. Granted, there is only 20 seconds, but still. Don't know why you didn't bother to use one after the 1st down play. As it is now, 3rd and 8. Dropping back over the middle, he's got Christian Kirk, who will be brought down at the 14. And now Detroit with just 1 timeout and 13 seconds. And the question on everybody's mind, will Jared Goff take a delay of game in the 2-minute drill? So 1st and 10 from the 14. Keep an eye on Christian Kirk over there on the left side. It's actually not going to go to him. He's going to throw it to Hawkinson, incomplete. If that goes to Kirk and Kirk is going up the seam, that's probably a touchdown. That tight end route. Good play call against cover 2, against cover 3, not so much. And maybe I'm wrong here, but I haven't seen a whole lot of cover 2 out of this New England team. At least not down here by the red zone. So 2nd and 10 on the 14-yard line. Okay, I don't know what the hell that was. Ball's incomplete. Okay, it was cover 2. He changed it to cover 2 at the last second. Came out in cover 3. I was very confused. I didn't see a middle zone there by Detroit, but apparently it was there. I thought he had audibled into some kind of spy or something and was using a spy, which is illegal. Obviously didn't do that, and with 6 seconds, 3rd and 10, I don't necessarily agree with this. I mean, the kick is going to be good, and that's going to take us into half. But with 6 seconds, 3rd down, you've got a timeout. So if you get sacked, you can get the clock stopped and still kick that field goal. But why not just take one last quick shot at the end zone? Now QT, try and make something happen. He has no Christian Kirk in him. And that'll take us to the half. Sitting currently 20-13, your score. And obviously no other games going on, or we would get you to those as well. And update from the Ravens and the Bengals. We should be seeing them go live at about 10 minutes. As Detroit does kick the field goal at the end of half, they get the ball as well. So 7-point lead now thanks to that kick. And Kirk trying to make some magic happen. It looked like that there might have been a hole there, but never fully developed. So Detroit 20-13 right now. Your score, a lot of that thanks to a Mac Jones, thanks to a bad ball by Mac Jones, just thrown dead at Sean Murphy Bunting instead of towards his receiver. Now first down, they're going to come out in an I formation. Wide receivers to the right are going to be Kyle and Williams. Deandre Swift in the backfield. And going to be a zone run to the right. Swift makes one guy look silly on his way to a first down run. Gets out to the 44-yard line. And RPO, we're going to go to Swift again. And not going to be quite as many yards as last time, but still a nice 6-yard run by Deandre Swift, who has now the same amount of touches as he did last week, but not nearly as many yards. I believe he's about 30 yards shy of what he was last week. And amateur hour. Gotta pump those numbers up. Come on. Meanwhile, Zeke Elliott on Thursday night ran, I believe, the same amount of times and had almost 200 yards. Goff drops back. Oh, Goff with channeling his inner Mac Jones as he just sails that one. Had the crosser wide open. And off topic, I believe that's about the second time that I've seen that exact same PA post cross. Keep an eye on that, as again, illegal if he calls that play one more, or I don't believe one more time. I believe you're given 3 illegally if he calls it 2 more times. 3rd and 4 from midfield. And going the way of the wind, but I don't think Siebert quite has the leg of New England's kicker. Not sure if he has the 95 kick power or not. Letting his clock run all the way down, even though the clock wasn't even running in the first place. Going to the corner, Christian Kirk, and he's got it. All the way down to the 28-yard line off of that corner route. And, man, that is always a dangerous pass. When it hits, but whenever it misses, that could have been 6 if he doesn't hit that right on the money. And just an update, Siebert has 93 kick power compared to the 95 of New England's kicker. Maybe it was Nelson was the name that I said. So, maybe could have hit from... Well, no, not from 67, regardless of the wind. Definitely could have been a Justin Tucker kick, though. We already know he can hit from 66 without wind, so with wind at his back, he could definitely hit from 67. Second and 10 now, Goff drops back, quick pass. A complete and utter duck that somehow makes it to Williams. And Tyrell Williams is going to get about 8. So 3rd and 2 now as they enter the red zone. And it's going to be a play-action call. Looking deep. Williams, he's got it and down at the 1-yard line. Great play call there. Nobody was looking for that. And also, I don't believe that is legal coverage by that user defense. I believe that you have to keep going with your man even when the ball is thrown. I don't believe you're allowed to come off of your man after that. And Deandre Swift up the middle for nada. So 2nd and goal now from the 1. Coming out slightly different set this time. 3 tight ends instead of having a fullback. And it's going to be a stretch run right, and what was Duggar doing there? I believe that Duggar just completely dove at nothing. But gives up the touchdown, and now the extra point's going to make it a 14-point game. So now, Mac Jones and the New England offense completely behind the 8 ball here. Drop back, going underneath. That's going to be to Colbert, who... Not quite a first down. Close, though. Got 9 yards. So now 2nd and a yard. As we tick just under 5 minutes left in this 3rd quarter. Oh. Slow developing run, and Damien Harris had no chance of breaking that anywhere. As Okwara brings him down. Was Okwara not coming from the off-ball linebacker position? Isn't he an edge? To my knowledge, he does not play hybrid. He's not a Micah Parsons type player. Unless I'm just completely smoking the papaya on this one. But now 3rd and 3 from his own 32. Jones drops back. Got time. And Hunter Henry stopped moving? Okay. Don't know why exactly he did that. But now Detroit really has a chance to kind of blow this game out of the water. And Ravens-Bengals about to come out of the tunnel, so we're about to be double boxing those games in. So 1st and 10. Goff gives to Williams. Williams up the middle. Jesus Christ. Takes a huge shot. But he's going to gain 9 yards still. 9 yards, and more importantly, holds onto the ball as he gets a meeting with our Lord and Savior after that hit. Goff gives it to Jefferson this time. Looked like he might have had a hole, but he will get the first down regardless. Thought he was going to have more running room than that, honestly. First and 10 now. Goff, play action. Rolls out, got time, but got nobody there and just throws this one away. Jared Goff almost thinking that he was Lamar Jackson. And then about 3 steps in with 5 guys in all around him ready to just take his head off, he remembered, wait a minute, I'm white and I'm not Daniel Jones. Let me just throw this one away. So 2nd and 10 here. Goff drops back, throws this quickly to Williams. Back from his meeting with the Lord, and he's going to get 6 yards on the swing pass. And now with that being said, we are going to... I wait on this to load up. Get these 2 games boxed in. We should see kickoff from the Bengals and the Ravens any second now. But while we await that, first down throw by Goff in the 3rd and 2, or 3rd and 4, sorry. Gets across midfield to the 44, probably nearing field goal range here, maybe another yard or 2. Screen pass here, and okay, so Deandre Swift, I said a yard or 2 forward. I did not mean a yard or 2 backwards. Not exactly the best play. As loss of 3, and we're going to get 2nd and 13 here before we double box these 2 in. Goff drops back. Got time. Tries to fire this deep for Williams. Going up, and it's caught! Tyrell Williams with the moss! That animation never comes down with a touchdown catch. I just want to put that out there right now. That is always 100%. That is 100%, almost always an interception animation. I saw that and thought that a pick was going to be given up. I was mistaken. I was fooled. As somehow, some way, we will see a touchdown by Tyrell Williams. I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless. That was disgusting. But now I'm going to go ahead, double box in Baltimore, Cincinnati, as New England trying to finally respond. They have yet to be able to do so. So Cincinnati getting the ball over in in Cincinnati, sorry. Meanwhile, first down throw for Mac Jones goes underneath to White. Makes a guy miss and gets close to the marker, but not going to get all the way there. Second down run by White. Gets the first down. So White doesn't get the first down the first time, does get the first down the second time. New England, you have to score right here. You cannot make another mistake and throw an interception like that should have been. Hunter Henry probably should have had a pick right there. Meanwhile, on the other side, Joe Burrow goes for 13. As for the time being, we are going to full box New England as they are getting close to the red zone. First and 10. Looks like they're going to get one more playoff before the third quarter. And rush was coming. Okora kind of dove at nothing. And that's going to take us to the fourth. Score 34-13. Lions still lead by 3 touchdowns. 21-point lead. This is going to be a huge comeback if Mac Jones can make a 21-point comeback in the fourth quarter. And would be just the most Lions thing to do. And got a man. Waited a little bit long. Kendrick Bourne kind of overran everything. Mac had to drop back too far. As 3rd and 1. Third and 1, New England can't settle for 3. They have to go for it on 4th down here if they don't get it. You also can't waste drives being down 21. And, okay, there's a wasted drive. They're going to fumble it. So New England is going to... New England pulling a Detroit here. As with that, we are going to switch over. And instead, we're going to full box in Cincinnati, who has now drove all the way down to the 27. I need to turn this stream's volume down here shortly. So prayers for New England, more than likely going unanswered as Burrow fires. Oh my goodness, Marcus Peters. What a drop. What a huge mistake by Marcus Peters. And that will make it 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7, drop back, time, fires a pretty questionable ball, but Tyler Boyd will be there. Gonna fall incomplete, but still field goal unit out, and McPherson will hit this. make it a 3-point game. Now we're going to double box them in as the Lions now... Oh, that would have been a huge play. Was looking for Christian Kirk. It gets jumped by the DB, and he doesn't get it. Oh, man. That has got to hurt. So now 3rd and 11, we're just going to see a run by Swift. Meanwhile, on the other side, 3rd and 18. I have not been paying attention. As Baltimore now sitting way behind the 8 ball, 3rd and very long. So now New England takes back over, dump off to Henry, goes nowhere. Meanwhile, punt from Baltimore, and Cincinnati has a chance to possibly take a 10-point lead. So Jones underneath, hits QT, who jukes straight into a hit stick. Lucky he held onto that football. So Jones dumps this off to QT, who will spin his way forward, and yeah, we're kind of just in garbage time over here. So now Mack drops back, nothing going. And I think we can kind of call this one. We'll keep an eye on it for if there's any scores. But with that being said, I am going to get y'all to Cincinnati, as I'm going to actually change the stream that I am on. Don't like that one. So now then 2nd and 10 here in Cincinnati as they're getting closer and closer to that red zone. Burrow give to Mixon. Doesn't really get a whole lot, and you lose Drew Sample. Big injury at the tight end position. And that's going to make it 3rd and a long 9 yards.
Big 13! Big 13! 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Get that quarterback! 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, tape.
Burrow moves Mixon out wide. Got plenty of time as we're going to see Diddy join the booth.
What's up, Brandon?
Burrow looking towards the end zone, overthrown. So Cincinnati gets down 2, if not 4, near the red zone now. Twice. And Cincinnati going to have to settle for 3 both times. And we do have kneel downs in Detroit. So your final over there is going to be 34-13. As just yet another game that the Patriots really had every chance that they probably could have won that game and just couldn't pull it out. Yeah, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Had to basically cast that entire game solo.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
And we're going to dump this off to Watkins coming off the first down RPO. Nice little pitch and catch for 8 yards.
How did the drive in for the Ravens last, or on their first drive? Did they throw an interception, or was it a punt?
It was a punt. They went
Okay.
nothing but backwards. I was messing around with stuff in OBS, and I didn't see what happened. I think they took a sack.
Gotcha. So that's 2 drives for Cincy.
Yeah, it's been 2 drives for Cincy. They got ball first, and they went field goal. Field goal as Dobbins on 2nd down gets hammered, but will get the first.
If you're Cincy, I mean, that's ideal. Gets you score points, force a
Okay, so I did go back and figure out what happened. Actually, it was a J.K. Dobbins fumble. Didn't look like it was a fumble, but that set them up at 2nd and 18. Nobody buzzed down to say that it wasn't a fumble, so they lost about 6 extra yards off of the fumbled fumbled handoff as first down to the flat goes nowhere, looking for Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I mean, you want to maximize those drives. I mean, field goals probably don't beat the Ravens. You know,
I mean they're
they take
undefeated
points,
for a
obviously,
reason.
But yeah, I mean, you really got to maximize those drives, especially points off turnovers.
And that's a big oof.
Mm-hmm.
Now 2nd down, give to Dobbins. Looked like he had a free first down, but he cuts back inside, and it'll be 3rd and 2 because of that.
Are the Ravens leading the league in rushing?
If they aren't, then something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
With how much rushing they've done. I mean, they beat the Browns throwing only 7 passes.
Okay, well, that tells it all. Yeah, I mean, you got to take away something if you're Cincy. I mean, obviously Lamar's legs are always a threat, but you can't. I mean, you know they're bread and butter, you know?
Yeah. As Lamar drops back, fires to the sideline, and again, not a whole lot by Andrews, but it's going to be a first down regardless.
Yeah, it's...
So they don't lead the league in rushing yards. They're actually 2nd in the league in rushing yards. I'm assuming that someone that has already played this week, though, more than likely leads the team. Or me, the team leads the league.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm inferring here, but I'm sure the Ravens typically win first and second down, and I mean, I think that's a prime style. 3rd and 2, it's easy, third manageable,
Oh yeah,
and an
you're
out
sitting
route,
at
exactly, out route does it. You don't have to panic and 3rd and long and behind the chains. It seems like the Ravens are always ahead of the chains.
yeah, and that's a big key to winning. If you're sitting behind the
Hmm.
chains at 2nd and 3rd and long, you're gonna get killed.
Yeah, I mean, and that's any team, right? Not just the Ravens, but
Yeah.
if you're a running team, obviously you want to take care. Again, 3 yard chunk. Now you're shooting for third manageable, hopefully, if not a first down, and you can use your whole playbook. So,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, uh, and right there, just 3 yards. A lot of people look at that and say, "Oh, that's a bad first down." Well, no, you're ahead of the chains. You run
hmm
it one more time. You're looking at 3rd and 4 if you get 3 yards. Maybe you get 4 and it's a 3rd and 3.
hmm
Like, worst case scenario, if you drop back, throw a pass, obviously, worst case scenario, you throw a pick, or it falls incomplete. Now you're looking at 3rd and 7. Whereas, just run the football, you're looking at 3rd and manageable. Entire playbook's open. They will throw it. They do have the underneath wide open, and that's why they're 30th in passing.
it was there, but
It was
wasn't there to
definitely
throw.
there, but I think that the ball was a little bit slippery. Trying to give Lamar any excuse for missing, basically throwing a pass to his daughter.
See, now if you're Cincy, I was 3rd and 7. That's where you want to be. Force 3rd and longs, take the ball away, get off the field, and get back the ball in offense.
Yeah, big 3rd down here. If they can get it again, even a field goal will make this a 2-possession game.
hmm
Obviously don't want to settle for a field goal. Lamar drops back, got a man underneath, and he misses him again. How do you miss a target as big as
It
Andrews?
is. It is raining. I don't know how much effect that has, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's two throws he's missed. I mean, he gets probably first. I mean, gets a 3rd and short if he converts it to Dobbins, I believe. But I mean, yeah, just missed both of them.
Yep. And 4th and 7, we know that Tucker has the leg for this. Kind of surprised that he's coming out to punt.
Yeah, he broke the record in real life, right? 66.
66. They made it to
I
where
think I saw
99
it.
kick power goes from 66
Sheesh.
because of that. Now, I mean, regardless, they don't get points on the board, but a great punt knocks them back at the 5.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're Cincy, you're feeling good. You won the first quarter, but I mean, personally, I'm of the aggressive mindset. I mean, I obviously take the points, but field goals aren't going to beat the Ravens. So, I
No,
mean,
they're not.
the Ravens are once per game, get a stop, score a touchdown, you're up. So
And since he
I'm
did
the
get away
Bengals.
with one, they got pretty lucky on one of those uh, field goals. Probably should have been intercepted, but Marcus Peters' user was right there and somehow had it dropped.
Yeah. Hey, drops happen. Good for bad. Like if you get a touchdown here, you're sitting good as Cincy.
Yeah. And give to Mixon up the middle, goes about 6 yards. So kind of surprising. The LA Chargers are the league leader in rushing offense right now. 158 yards per game, literally 0.1 yard per game more than the Ravens. However, the Ravens have a 7-yard lead on 3rd and 4, that being the Rams and the Browns.
Gotcha. The Bengals are 2-4, 3-4. Do we know the record?
They're 2-4.
See, so this is a big game. I mean, division opponent, trying to set yourself up for the postseason. You gotta get this one.
And a loaded division, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what's even worse than only having 2 wins and then turning around and losing to the Baltimore Ravens?
What's up?
Having 2 wins, losing to the Baltimore Ravens, and possibly having a chance of having the exact same record as the Pittsburgh Steelers after tonight.
Ooh.
Because the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing the winless Miami Dolphins here in about an hour or so.
Uh, the AFC's tough. I mean, I assume obviously the Bengals user is recognized as a good user, and I'm sure he's had tough opponents, and he just hasn't been able to. He played the Giants.
Actually,
He
my
played
mistake.
the Chiefs.
Miami did get a win last week,
Gotcha.
but yeah, like played the Giants, but played the Giants without Danny Dimes, and lost in the
Oh,
last
that's what you want.
seconds.
That's when you want. But yeah, you still gotta play the game. Injuries happen, suspensions happen, but you still gotta play the game.
Yep. But lost that one. Obviously beat the Steelers week 1. Beat the Steelers and beat the Jets, and they've been on a 4-game skid ever since. It was a close one to the Titans. It was a close one to the Chiefs. Oh no, forcing it deep. You can't have that happen, especially on first down. Looking for T. Higgins.
I don't know if you saw it, but he had Joe Mixon for a good 8-yard gain. Get to second and manageable, but when you have 2 wins on the season so far, I assume you're gonna press. You want big plays. You want to get it all back at once, but that's when it bites you.
Yeah, definitely not the right read.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, if Pittsburgh wins and Cincinnati loses, Cincinnati would go to 4th, and they would have the worst record in the North. Because they would have 2 wins, and Pittsburgh would actually have 3 wins.
That's a tough division. Arguably the toughest in the league.
Yeah, but I can guarantee you, there's not a fan out here in Cincinnati that wants to have to deal with all those Pittsburgh fans. And you see how fucking bad we've been, and we have a better record than you. Our quarterback threw 5 passes and a loss. And 3 of those passes went to the other team.
Well, here we go. Again, forcing a third manageable.
Yep, 3rd and 4 after 2 good runs.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously from the 45 in field goal range. It doesn't matter, he's going to hit Andrews on a pretty easy out route.
Mm-hmm.
Von Bell was in coverage, but not able to have good enough coverage. And at this point, you kind of need to force Lamar to make a mistake. Obviously, you forced him to make a mistake last possession. He overthrows 2 very easy balls, but you need to force a mistake here that goes to your team. Lamar give up the middle, goes nowhere.
Or if you can force a field goal, I mean.
True. True, but if you're kicking field goals yourself, you really need to get a stop, not a field goal. Field goals are good if you're scoring touchdowns. Unfortunately, you are scoring field goals and throwing picks that you really shouldn't.
Did Cincy draft any impact players that's helping their team this year and producing?
Maybe on the defensive side. I don't think they drafted anyone on the offensive side.
I mean, offensively, they have so much talent at receiver, and Mixon. I mean, you've everything you pretty much need to be successful on offense.
Yep. So, update: the Falcons and the Rams should be starting in about 10 minutes. So we will have that doubled box in as soon as that kicks off. 3rd and 4 here for Baltimore.
Again, they're manageable. They're just winning 1st and 2nd down.
Mm-hmm.
So your whole playbook's there. Man coverage. This man coverage. Probably going to go to Andrews. We'll see.
Got either Andrews or Bateman 1. Actually, he's got the running back, and Dobbins I think he backed up enough. He does. That was way too close for comfort. He kind of got close to the boundary and had to scoot his way across that line to gain. Especially with him having the ball in his right hand because awareness. 99 awareness to put that in the wrong hand, but still scoot enough to get a first down. Really, really athletic play. if you can't tell, sarcasm. 1st and 10, give to Dobbins, and Dobbins will get about 5 yards. That's a great first down run.
Yeah, again, the bread and butter, going to take care of the ball, play good defense, and, capitalize on the mistakes. I mean, they got the ball midfield, only got to go 50 yards, and hopefully get some points.
Yeah, and I mean, worst case scenario for Cincinnati right here would be if they do get a field goal or even a touchdown, if they leave no time left on the clock, Baltimore does get the ball out of half.
That's tough.
Very tough, but hey, stop Dobbins for 2 yards. Bad news is they still ahead of the James, right on schedule, 3rd and 3. Oh. So 3rd and 3 now from the 13. Gonna be play action. He's got Andrews. He's not gonna throw it that way. He's gonna go to the end zone. Sammy Watkins. I thought there was no chance that was going anywhere. And Sammy Watkins doing his best mannequin challenge in the end zone. As now Baltimore is going to have an uncharacteristic missed extra point by Justin Tucker.
Hey, that's big.
So Justin Tucker has apparently been taking kicking lessons from Carlos. As we're going to have a tie ball game, 2:23, all 3 timeouts for both sides, and the 2-minute warning.
If you're Cincy, you want to kill clock and score a touchdown. You don't want the Ravens to get the ball back regardless if you get points or not, because obviously you get the ball to start the second half, and you don't want to shoot yourself even more in the foot. If you can get points here and kill clock, you're in good position for the second half.
So now 1st and 10, 2:23. Gonna be a give to Mixon up the middle, who's got a... Okay, well, no wonder he got that big of a hole. Holding by the big right tackle, Ventura.
That was a great play call. Not executed well, obviously, with the hold, but it was there. Good play call. I mean, shows you can run the football, but penalties do exist, and they got caught holding.
Shows you can run the football. Unfortunately, you can run the football whenever your rookie right tackle tackles someone.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is get predictable. I know from experience, you don't want to be predictable because then the defense can hone in on it and make you pay for it.
You're not going to beat these top-tier teams being predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Got to make good reads, got to make smart play calls. This is going to be the last call before the 2-minute warning. It's a screen pass. Mixon, nothing there. Play was read entirely, and now you go backwards 2 yards, and you run the risk. If you screw up and punt this football away, you're giving Lamar plenty of time to go kick a field goal, maybe make it 9-6, and then you come out of half. 3-point lead for Baltimore when they really only did anything in the last, 5 minutes of the half.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Cincy, you just take what's given you. You have so much talent. You don't have to force things, whether it's man coverage or zone coverage. Make your reads. You have Higgins, you have Chase, you have Mixon even out of the backfield. You can't press so much,
Yeah. So 2nd and 12, Burrow. Give to Mixon. Nice cutback, and he's going to gain about 10 or 11 yards there. Makes it 3rd and 2.
What do you think about the play call?
I love it. I know that they've had a pretty top-tier running defense, but honestly, a lot of the reason that Baltimore's had such a good run defense, Baltimore's had the lead in most of their games. There's been no run to speak of. You're going up against all passes. On 3rd and 2, run again. Mixon up the middle. Pretty free first down.
If he makes that guy miss, he's
Oh yeah,
a lot of green grass.
if he makes that safety miss, there's nothing but green in front of him. Now 1st and 10. Play action call. Burrow got time. Running out of it. Fumbles the football, but they're going to pick it up. The right tackle that made the holding call early in the drive, able to save that one from being a turnover as Cincinnati calls their first timeout.
Yeah, it looked like Baltimore had to contain on to keep Burrow in the pocket, and that's exactly why. He tries to bounce it, gets hit. I mean, thankfully you keep the ball, but that could have been bad. That could have been bad.
Oh, without a doubt. Burrow, pressure in his face, going deep for Higgins. It's caught. He makes Peters miss. Not going to get past the safety, but he will get down to the 30-yard line.
That's a great play by Higgins. 50-50 ball. You in the corner, one-on-one. Burrow put it up there so we can make. I mean, I think he has 0 blitz, so setting the house one-on-one. He made a play.
Yep, very, very good play. Maybe not the smartest throw, but hey, sometimes just throw it up and hope that your receiver comes down with it. That was definitely one of those, but pressure coming, had to go to a hot receiver, and while Higgins was definitely not the hot receiver, he goes up and gets it regardless.
He's a big receiver, right? Is he 6'3", 6'4"?
I think it's 6'4", it big.
Yeah.
And, okay. Burrow, you're not going to have 5 years to throw that football. You know that the pressure's coming. Like, eventually you got to get rid of it. And they're going to go hurry up, run, and Mixon stuffed. Cincinnati now calls their last timeout.
I don't know if I run there.
Yeah.
Probably still. You probably have a bigger chance of. I mean, I get the pressure's getting to you, but obviously you have guys you can max protect with. But I don't know if I run there.
Yeah, definitely not the right play call, if you ask me. And 3rd and 19. You want to get at least into field goal range, maybe force them to where if Baltimore has to kick. And
He
Jamar
had Chase.
Yeah, you had
but
Jamar
he was
Chase, but
early.
he wasn't early, he was late.
No, he had him earlier, but that's.
Yeah.
I mean, you can even throw a low ball there.
Yeah, maybe a low ball gets that, but now 55, 56 yards, kick is up, and it's good.
You're happy if you're Cincy. I mean, you got looked out with the bounce, landed in your right tackle's hands, got points, and now 17 seconds left. If you can get a touchdown, you're in great position. But I mean, if you're Cincy, you're happy going in a half.
Yeah, without a doubt. So, more than likely going to go ahead and take us into half with that. And from the look of this play call, we're just going to go ahead and take it into half. As I am trying to... Oh, that's not... Give to Dobbins goes nowhere, and yeah, that's going to go ahead and take us to the halfway mark here. Meanwhile, we have already kicked off in LA as Rams-Falcons are live over there. So here we go, 1st and 10, Stafford. I don't know why he threw it to Higbee instead of his wide receiver, but 4 yards. It looked like he had the wide receiver with a step and a half over on the right side. Would have possibly gone for a 1st down. Don't know if he just trusts the receiver more on the left or what. Or, well, Higbee going to the left more. But whatever the case may be, it is 4 yards. And Stafford, yeah. Probably a good thing that that one fell incomplete, was trying to force it. Should have been a throwaway, honestly. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6. As now, we're going to bring back in the double box here. As Baltimore has very quickly moved past the midfield stripe. Stafford loads, fires deep, looking for Jefferson! Or is that Tutu? That's Tutu Atwell, who's going to score over there on the right side of your screen. Matt Stafford with an absolute dime. And that will make it 7-0 LA. Meanwhile, over here on your left side, 2nd and 2. I think Diddy has gone to do something real quick.
Sorry, no, I'm trying to figure out where to watch it from, because I think I'm a little bit delayed.
On the Atlanta one, I am on Sam's. Just a heads up.
Because I see the double box, but
well,
oh,
you're
what
always going to be delayed a little bit if you're watching my end, because you're not seeing it at the exact time, because it has to still, you know, be broadcasted before you're going to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What's the best way for me to watch it? Because I know you're going back between games.
Yeah, either switching back and forth between the streams or just watching it and commentating on the stuff afterwards.
Okay. What do you have now? Is it 2nd down for both?
Yes, as Lamar on your left side drops back, throws it to Dobbins, who's going to be close to the 1st down. As Bennett, okay, gives up one wide open receiver for another wide open receiver. I figured he would go to the tight end over the middle. Instead, Calvin Ridley has nobody on the right side, and that's going to go 20 yards. So Falcons at midfield. Meanwhile, we're going to come out of the double box and go straight into the Ravens game now. As the Ravens in the red zone. 3rd and just a long yard. Option call. Dobbins close. Does he get it? They do give it to him. I thought he was short.
He looks short, but
He definitely looks short. Oh.
as much as I don't like playing against the line users, that was a good play by the D tackle.
Yeah, that was a great play by DJ Reader. And really quickly, we're going to have to change streams and show you what has happened in the Rams game.
Did I read that correctly?
As here we go, last play from scrimmage. Bennett drops back on 3rd and 1, throws a pick to Williams, and there's going to be nobody there to stop him. Lorenzo Bennett tries, but he's not going to be able to be fast enough. So a pick 6 by the Rams, and that will make it a 14-point game. Meanwhile, back to the Ravens, who are in the red zone. They do pick up a big first down, making it 1st and goal from the 8. And what were you wondering if you read correctly?
Oh, no, if it was a pick 6. It looked like a cornerback was returning that.
Yeah, he
in the
was.
Ravens, sorry, in the Rams game.
So 1st and goal from the 8. Option up the middle. Dobbins maybe got 2 or 3. I think I need to fix. Well, yeah, it's going about it.
If this is an RPO, I think he scores.
So 2nd and goal from the 6. Gonna be a run to the right. Yeah, that was. They were all over that one.
Mm-hmm. They even blitzed the Will backer.
Yep. Actually, I think they flipped the play, so it was actually a Sam fire.
Gotcha.
But now big 3rd and goal here, as field goal only ties it. Keep in mind, Tucker did already whiff an extra point. Jackson drops back. Throws to Andrews, who dropped it, but he wouldn't have been able to make it in anyway.
Do you go for it here, Brain? Or do you take the points?
Nah, you take your points.
In a defensive battle game thus far?
Yeah. I normally like going for it, but just way too much to question right there. If you don't get it, then you really look like a dunce whenever you just basically gave up tying the game.
Yeah, and the Ravens are in commanding lead of 1st place, right? They beat the Browns.
Yeah, they've already swept the Browns.
Gotcha.
So Bennett coming off of that interception as we double box things in has Atlanta humming. They're already up to about the 30-yard line. If they do go into the red zone, we will come out of the double box and focus entirely on the Rams. What are you? So 3rd and a long yard. Bennett, free running lane for Edmonds. Chase Edmonds runs a guy over, and he's into the red zone.
Chase Edmonds, huh?
A nice little bit of running, shrugs off a couple of tackles. And now from the red zone, ball in the 13. Really need to score here to get themselves back into this because all momentum is in favor of the Rams up the middle for not a whole lot, but the Rams going to lose Hall. I believe that's one of their linebackers. Definitely not an ideal situation to be in, to say the least. So 2nd and 6 from the 9. Edmonds in the backfield. 3 wide receivers split out.
I am tuned in on the Cincy-Baltimore game, so that's why I'm not commenting on that one.
Yeah, you're fine. I do have it going on my phone, so if anything happens, I can double box in or focus in on it.
Okay.
Or even rewind. That's why I rewound the Rams game, because I saw that happen.
Gotcha.
3rd and 4, they're going to go 5 wide. Keep an eye on Heron over there in the slot there on the bunch. He's open. Oh, pressure was there. Bennett had to get that one off pretty quickly, as Hall going to be out with a concussion. And you see, here's where I would definitely be going for it. 4th 4, you're down 14. I know you want to get something on the board, but I'm personally not a huge fan of that. I would rather go ahead and go for the touchdown or bust there. But now 3rd and 2 over here as we double box in. 3rd and 2, it's an RPO mix-in. Gets a huge hole because Marcus Peters gets caught doing nothing in the middle of the field. And they're driving pretty well now inside the 30.
You need a touchdown here. You got to start to.
Yeah, you can't keep going field goal, field goal, field goal. I know that they're sitting at 9 too, but like eventually one of these is going to hit.
Is this man coverage or cover 2?
Not going to matter if you're going to run it. Unfortunately, Mixon just takes it to nowhere. Second and 8 from the 27. Meanwhile, a nice run by Van Jefferson on 2nd and 5. Over on the right side of your screen, we'll get a first down. 2nd and 8 play action. Burrow moving around in the pocket, finds Jamar Chase over the top. Drops in a really good ball, and that's going to put them into the red zone as we're going to focus in on that game. Meanwhile, Bucs-Browns getting close to kickoff over there. So 1st and goal from the 9, play action. Okay, took way too long to go to Chase. So Burrow jumps over a man, very risky as a quarterback. But gets it down to the 1.
It ended up being a good decision since he didn't fumble, but that's risky. I mean, it looks like he learned how to beat the contain, since obviously if they go wide, you can go up the middle and get easy yards. And thankfully, it didn't bite him that time.
Second and goal from the 1-inch line. Gonna be a run. Oh my goodness.
That's wild. That's how easy that first touchdown is of the game.
Yeah, and now extra point to make this a 7-point game. Which, pretty big extra point considering Tucker already missed one.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for that, you'd probably be going for 2 if you're Cincinnati.
Yeah, if you're Cincy, you're pleased with that drive. You're up 7. You know, have all the momentum, control the game.
Yeah,
You're
without a
sitting good.
doubt. As for the first time now, we're about to throw on the triple box as the Browns and the Bucks getting close to kick. Don't think we're going to do it just yet. As it looks like we're still just a little bit away.
You can do it. I'll be out there. Sorry, my girlfriend came in.
Oh, you're good. Having some lag issues, but unfortunate punt as LA gets lucky.
Just a quick note. Big play in the Cincy Ravens game. Big play action fake by the Ravens to...
And to get to the 50.
Mm-hmm.
And run up the middle by Dobbins. Misses the hole. Very uncharacteristic miss. And we're going to see Jermaine Pratt go down hurt as Bennett takes a sack on the right side of your screen. Play action rollout right into the contain. And Weatherspoon is going to get a very easy sack. Bennett saw the contain and tried to get rid of it, but there was no getting rid of that football.
This is still 14-3 in favor of the Rams.
It is. Meanwhile, over on the left side of your screen, a nice first down picked up as Bennett. Oh, he's gonna throw another pick. He had Pitts. He was late on throwing it, and then about time he's nearly going to take a sack that could have resulted in a safety. He throws the pick. So we're going to keep this double boxed in, even though the Rams are in the red zone, just because of how close Baltimore is to the red zone as well. 2 red zone drives on your screen. As Dobbins up the middle, good piece of running. Meanwhile, not great piece of running by Woods. He fumbles. Oh, Walker trips over Robert Woods. That would have been a huge return. There was nobody near him. Lucky if you're the Rams that you picked that football up. But man, what a hit by number 27. So now you're going to be getting the triple box set up
Brandon,
here.
if you're Baltimore, do you want, obviously you want a touchdown, but do you want to score quickly or do you want to kill clock? What's your position here?
Apparently you want to take off Lamar Jackson for a very
Mm-hmm.
easy first down to get you inside the 5, as we already have a score in the Tampa Bay game. I'm not sure exactly how that happened. Tampa Bay has 6 points. As on the bottom left of your screen, Kyle Pitts getting a pretty good pitch and catch there.
It looks like Hubbard lost contain on that play for Cincy.
We're about to have a quad box coming in as Dolphins getting ready to start. Meanwhile, top of your screen, Dobbins. Yep, that's a free touchdown.
Well, my question went out the window. But hey.
What was the question? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
No, it was just like if you were bothered. I mean, it was before the
big run.
Scramble. Yeah. It was like, do you want to score quickly? Do you want to kill clock? Well,
I mean, your defense has been playing well for the most part as Tucker does hit the extra point.
If you're Cincy, you probably want to kill clock. Hopefully, I mean, you want a touchdown. But I would want to be the last team with the ball, kill clock, and send it home. I don't think you want Lamar Jackson to get the ball back. How did who scored in the Browns-Bucks game?
Tampa Bay scored. They're up 6-0. I don't know if there was a missed extra point or what the case was down there.
Nice first down run by Mixon to get the Bengals to this 36-yard line.
Yeah, no doubt. Meanwhile, down on the bottom right of your screen, almost another interception by Bennett. Was a 3rd and 8. Just outside the red zone, they miss it. So, gonna have to come on for another field goal. On the bright side, makes this a touchdown game. Unfortunately, you have to go for a 2-point try. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Guyton with a huge run. Cleveland, I believe that Guyton, no, he's going to get tackled by his shoelace. Just caught on the ankles on the touch pass, though. A huge gain puts them on the 5-yard line. And we're going to go full box here on the goal line here with the Cleveland Browns. And on 1st and goal, goes nowhere. Nick Chubb gets maybe a yard.
Well, it's two powerhouses going on at the Bucks and the Browns. I mean, great rosters, solid users, and a lot of talent on both sides of the football.
2nd and goal as Tunyon splits out wide. And it's going to go to Hunt, but it's going to go nowhere. Actually lost yardage. Swallowed up in the backfield, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
I think the Bengals panicked, but you had the wide open in route to your tight end.
Yeah, 3rd and 3, they miss it and have to punt. But yeah, had the tight end and almost threw it to Jamar Chase. Whenever the time runs down, they kind of tend to go, let me just force it to Jamar Chase.
Yeah, you have the
now Mayfield, good pass here, and he's going to hit Tunyon for the touchdown.
Going back to the Cincy Ravens game, you have the right concept against cover 3. It's a flood concept, so you manipulate the slot corner or the safety, and they bid up on that. But he's the tight end, I don't know who that is, was wide open to get that first down. That's what you want. That's what you should be looking for. But like you said, when you panic and you see pressure in your face, you got to make a decision.
Yep. Just a big mistake, and now Lamar Jackson going to have a chance to do something here as they're going to get a first down. So Lamar on the move, throws deep, can't get it in. Probably should have just run. And on the bottom of your screen, a fumble by Van Jefferson. He was almost in the red zone and he gets hit sticked, fumbles the football. And now Atlanta takes over on the 30.
That's big for Atlanta.
Oh, huge. Meanwhile, speaking of huge, 3rd and inches from your own 29. Have to get this. Oh, they had it stuffed, and instead they're going to give up a huge gain. Ball on the 44 now with 3 minutes left.
That's a killer. I mean, if I'm Cincy, you know who's going to have who they want to make a play. I mean, Lamar reads the end, and sure enough, it's conservative, so he stays, but I probably send the house. I want Lamar to throw. He's been struggling as far as the short game, and I guess on that long pass. But that's a kill. I mean, you could have made a tackle, but now it's all in control by Baltimore.
Yep. Big mistake, and now we're going to see a delay of game. I'm assuming that they couldn't call a play. No. You just saw a delay of game. So now quad boxing in here. Not sure if this is just my end, but it looks like it is crawling along. I may have to kill the quad box. Yeah, we're going to have to kill the quad box. I think we're going to take... Yeah, change this up to something else, actually.
And another completion to Mark Andrews. He has 10 catches of the 16 completions for Baltimore.
If this helps it any. No. But... Oh, Brady throws a bad pick in the end zone down in the Cleveland game. Meanwhile, speaking of bad picks, we have a bad pick in the Pittsburgh game. Miami throws a terrible pick. Get away with it. It's not going to be... Neither one's going to go for 6. But now we're going to focus in on this game that is, without a doubt, in the witching hour. 2-minute warning, 3rd and 9.
Biggest play of the game.
Jackson drops back. Gonna have a man deep. He's not gonna go for that. He's gonna go for the sure first down, which is close. 4th and 1. 4th and 1. Cincinnati actually calls the timeout. They can hit a field goal from here. It'll be a 63-yarder. They're going to go for it here. They don't want to kick this and give them a minute 49 to go score themselves. Lamar drops back. Got time. Looking deep. Bad throw, and it's incomplete.
Perfect coverage by Cincy. It's huge.
They were all
I
over
don't think I
that.
saw anything. I don't think I saw
Yeah, I think the best
any
chance you
replays
had was
there.
maybe going to the corner route over by the sideline.
The best thing on that play was that Baltimore didn't take a sack there. I mean, sure, you didn't complete it, but not give them better field position.
And so now first down run by Mixon, and again, another holding.
Damn. Someone's gonna the whole line's gonna get chewed out. I mean, that's they can be drive killers. I mean, holding calls 10 yards, put you behind the chains. But let's see how you respond. I mean, you still have the ball, you can still win the game. You know, you still have control.
So now first and 20 from your own 37. Field goal takes the lead, but Baltimore has all 3 timeouts. You have 2 of them.
You know it's zone coverage.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Got the tight end. Gonna go for the tight end, and oh man, Burrow missed him.
It was there, but it had to be a perfect throw.
It had to be a perfect throw, and I mean, doesn't matter how you throw it if it's 5 yards overthrown.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, that tight end had to be 10 feet tall.
Yeah. He was throwing it to about a 12-foot Drew Sample there.
Again, trips. I mean, that's one thing with trips. You know it's man or zone. So, I mean, good or bad, you know what you're going up against.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and 20. Last thing you want to do is give the ball back to the Ravens with a good amount of time left on the clock. As nice little dump off here gets them 15 yards, but we'll still set up a 3rd down thanks to that holding call.
Yeah, get your best players in space. That's what you did there. I'm probably, this is me. Then I mean, to me, it's 4 down territory. If you can get 3 or 4 yards on this, you don't have to take a big shot down the field. I mean, I think my biggest thing is get the first.
Yeah. So now 3rd and 5. I mean, yeah, like you said, just get the first. You don't need to get too much. Get the first. Force Baltimore to use more of their timeouts. Hopefully, if you have to hit a kick by forcing them to use their timeouts, they don't have to hit them iced. And since you having to call a timeout, they'll take way too much time trying to pick a play. And with that, now you lose a very valuable timeout. You already called one with Baltimore on offense. Now you call one with you on offense when the clock's not even moving. So you just completely waste 2 timeouts, really.
Yeah, hey, it's a waste if he doesn't convert. If he converts, then he got the right play call, then that's big. But I'm obviously don't want to take it. But I'm just saying it'll be big as a result of this play.
3rd and 5, 118. You really can't go for this if you don't get it here. If you don't convert, I don't think you go for this just because Tucker's already in field goal range, basically. Doesn't matter. Mixon's going to get it. And that'll put them on the 36. Pretty sure that's well within Siebert's range. Or that's not Siebert, sorry, that's McPherson. I'm pretty sure that's within McPherson's range. But now running clock as they go under a minute left to go.
Again, you know it's zone coverage. If you decide to pass the ball.
So quick updates, Pittsburgh going to score, make it 7-0. Atlanta has made it 14-13 in LA just before the half. About 8 seconds left there as Mixon takes off running and gonna be tackled inbounds at the 11.
That's a great play call. You see the corner move away. You know, you're all flanked on that side. It's a great call.
Yeah.
It's a great audible.
So in Cleveland, it is still 7-6. Meanwhile, the others we've already talked about. Now we're going to see a timeout here by Baltimore with 12 seconds left on the clock. So maybe going to see Cincinnati run it to where they know they can get to where they know they're going to have an easy kick, go down, and then probably see an iced field goal attempt by McPherson. Be a 27-yard kick from right here if they don't get any more yards. And Mixon actually loses about a half yard. So Cincinnati calls their last time out with 6 seconds. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, you'd want this to be the last play of regulation, ideally.
Yeah, I would have much rather waited on that. But now, here we go. 6 seconds left. Kick is away. Just sneaks it through the right side. So 2 seconds. Probably going to see some kind of squib and maybe an attempt at some lateral magic, but I doubt we're going to see it work. Duvernay gets it, and yeah, he's just going to go ahead and be brought down immediately. And that will bring this one to an end. Cincinnati upsets the final undefeated team in the league, as the Baltimore Ravens fall for the first time all year. Meanwhile, up to, 3-5, I believe we said, for the...
Yep. That's a big game. That'll matter at the end of the season.
Huge.
All right, Brain, where am I going?
So now we're basically just going to triple box in, as we actually saw, I believe we just saw a field goal missed by Cleveland. Meanwhile, Atlanta driving down the field at the midfield stripe, just down by 1 here at the start of the third. And Miami towards the beginning of the second quarter, trying to make something out of nothing, as things have definitely not been going their way. And I don't know what Redmond was doing there. He kind of just stood there.
Is the Rams-Falcons game pretty close?
Yeah, it's 14-13. They're midfield 2nd and 8.
Let me get that pulled up.
And over the middle, he's got Gage, who's going to get him down to the 25. I'm going to try and do... Let's see if this changes anything. Is Mike Evans over the top on the right side of your screen? Gets a big gain up to the 29-yard line, as we have taken the Dolphins-Steelers out of the box for right now, thanks mainly in large part to the fact that they are at the 10-yard line currently. And oof, not the best pass in the world. And speaking of not the best in the world, Atlanta more than likely going to have to call a timeout here on 3rd and 5 from their own 20, or from the opposing 27. They're not going to get this play off.
They're nearly threw another pick. I don't know if you saw it, but
Yeah, I
that
saw.
would have been
The
housed.
stream did not see it, but Pitts was covered like a blanket through a bad pass.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, looking for Mike Evans was Brady. Almost throws his second pick of the day. Would not have been housed, but the linebacker was right there. I think he thought it was 3, and it was 2. Linebacker covering Mike Evans perfectly. And, yeah, there was nothing in the way of safety on that screen pass. As a near sack. Meanwhile, on the other side, a near pick on 3rd down, and the shanked field goal that would have given them a 2-point lead. Now they're gonna still sit at 14-13. As we're gonna, if we see back-to-back field goals, I am going to fucking permit. Okay, we're not gonna see missed field goals, as Tampa Bay will hit. So 14-9, your score in Cleveland. Still sitting at 14-13 here.
Tampa Bay was a playoff team last year, correct?
Was a what? Yeah.
Playoff team. So I think they're in a little bit of a slump, right? They have 3 wins. Is that right?
I
I can pull it up.
believe they have 3 wins.
So this is a big game for Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
You have 3 and 4. They're
We're
second
gonna box in the Steelers and the Dolphins. Steelers now up around midfield, 2nd and 1. Meanwhile, 2nd and 7 here for the Rams still, as Henderson just somehow comes through and gets a first down. Didn't look like he had much in the way of running room, but pretty easy first down run. First down run. It's Henderson. Doesn't really get much. I'm gonna have to level with y'all. I might have to cut the multicast off before all the games are over. Just being 100%. My stomach feels like it is trying to kill me right now. And it's honestly felt like that since I turned the stream on. But now, jeez, I want a triple box, but it makes the stream lag so bad. Which makes no sense. Like, it's showing... It's just that for whatever reason, the stream is getting really bad frames whenever I do that.
It looks like Cleveland's in field goal range.
So we're going to focus on the Rams and the Steelers. Obviously, gotta keep focused on the Steelers. They're in the red zone, but Rams just outside the red zone. As Jordan Love trying to make something happen. Had a touchdown pass to, I'm not sure who number 19 is. It might be Jamie Williams, but had him and in the end zone, gets it and then just drops it. Yeah, that was Jamie Williams. That's a big oof on the drop. And Love will hit Freiermuth over there. He's going to make it 1st and goal from the 5. Meanwhile, Higbee hit out in the flat. So both these teams in the red zone. 2-minute warning hit for the first half as Pittsburgh tries to make this a 2-possession lead. Meanwhile, the Rams trying to stretch this out to a possible 8-point lead. Personally, if I'm the Rams, if you score a touchdown, go for 2. The difference between 7 and 8, while pretty good, is not nearly as big as the difference between 8 and 9. Speaking of, right on cue, Robert Woods over the top for the touchdown. And they will just kick it to make it an 8-point game. So still 1 possession. Like I said, not really a fan of that. To each their own. As we are going to full box in the Steelers and the Dolphins from the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. Najee Harris in the backfield. Jordan Love under center. Jordan Love gives it off. Not gonna get the spot. Man, that looked like he got in. And Miami's going to call a timeout. They really they want the time to try and drive down and score themselves.
I thought that was a for sure touchdown.
Yeah, I thought that was in too. And now here we go. 3rd and goal from the 1. Really from about the 1/4 inch line. Give up the middle. Yeah, Najee didn't get the last one. He's going to make sure he gets this one. And extra point up and good pretty easily. Now, Atlanta already moving on past midfield. Meanwhile, Cleveland on the right side of your screen, just outside the red zone on the 22. Ooh, Bennett takes a huge sack. Meanwhile, Baker takes a huge fumble. And Davis is going to house this at the end of the half. What a mistake. What a mistake by Baker. Okay. Honestly, I gotta cut this stream. My stomach is completely killing me. I can't go on anymore.
Are you good, Brain?
Huh?
You good?
Yeah. Ugh. Hopefully next week I'll have another chance and I won't have a stomach issue. But sorry for that. All the games are in NFL Network. Quick update. They did go for 2 and get it. Did Tampa Bay, so they will make it a 3-point game. But about the only info that I can give. Just cut on the streams at this point because I can't go on. I'm hurt bad. Like the second that I start to talk.
Yeah. I'll catch you there, right, Brain?
All right.